Today, we're tackling some common myths that women believe about their weight. These are the myths that hold you back from making real progress. If you've ever thought that you're big boned or maybe menopause means it's game over for weight loss, then you're going to want to listen to this episode. Grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Yes, ma'am. Grab your coffee. I got mine right over here.
Did you make two, by the way?
Two?
When you were over there? No, you made just one?
No, just one.
Were you taking a nap on the table? Like
I closed my eyes for like 10 minutes, yeah.
Like a schoolhouse style with your table on the...
Yeah, I just got tired, so I felt like I needed a recharge. That's all I need.
But your head was literally just on the table.
That's old school. You got to do what you got to do.
So old school.
Yeah.
Well, wow. I don't know. Why does it feel like we haven't been here in a while?
It's because holidays threw us off, the schedule, and we haven't got on our rhythm again. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. We're not on our circadian rhythm of the studio like we used to be.
The circadian rhythm of the studio?
I'm being satire.
Oh, it's satire?
Is that what I said? It's kind of funny. Maybe I said it wrong, but you know, we're just throwing off, and now this is like the first real week of after the holidays, finally.
Yeah, well, it's actually like the third week after the holidays.
Well, New Year's.
No, it's like the third week after the holidays.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay.
When
they listen to this, yes.
Someday you will make it so it's not as obvious how long it's been since these episodes come out. I don't know.
But you know how it is. People are still on holiday time.
I think January is always that's why I know our birthdays are very, very close now in a few days. You're a few days away from your birthday. Me
50.
as well. But it's kind of January birthdays are kind of shitty because of that.
Yeah.
People have like hangovers from the holiday and the spending.
Yep.
It's crappy weather usually. Like we did not get blessed with the best birthday month, but I do love being an Aquarius though.
Me too. I feel like though that being born this time of year, we're tougher people because this is the toughest time of the year. Cold, rainy, winter's beating down. It's like, I don't know, it's tough. We're not born in the summer. That's how I feel. And Aquarius, something about our sign is just, we're tough people.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that, but my dad used to say that he thinks like people that grow up in the East Coast, they're tough people.
Tougher.
Because they don't just get like people, they can't just get up and get in the car and drive to work. It's a process. The defrosting the windows and shoveling the driveway and all that.
And I bet you right about now, those people are like, yep, we'd love to have California weather out here, not snowy and cold as ice, but now they're probably like, no.
Yeah, no, I know for sure. So listen, we really are going to tackle some of these weight loss myths because I know I used to believe them. And so I want to make sure that nobody believes this crap anymore in like 2025. I'm going to give you guys an example of what I used to believe about myself. I used to think I was big boned.
What?
Yeah, I used to think I was big boned.
No way.
What do you think about that? What do you think that means? I mean, I don't know.
People always use that as a cop out, like, oh, I'm just big boned, so that means I'm just meant to be big and fat.
Think about it logically for a second. If you are big boned, and so you're using that as like, oh, I'm just a bigger person because I'm big boned, but I want you to think about your skeleton. So if you take off all the body fat, all the muscle, and if you just had like Janine in skeleton form, that is not a big skeleton. It's bones.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? So that's not what makes you feel bigger.
Yeah.
And so I think that sometimes it's kind of like if you have that in your head, like, oh, I'm just big boned. I was told I was big boned because it's like my sister was always very, very skinny and I was chubby. And so like my mom would say that, oh, that's because you're big boned. I'm like, no, Mom, it's because you fed me until like you could not feed me anymore.
Isn't it hilarious that the stuff that they tell you as a kid, you believe it?
And it sticks with you.
And they make it up. They have no data, no case study, no nothing. They just say it out there, but they tell it to you so much that it sticks with you.
I know. It's crazy. But stay tuned, you guys, because we are going to get into some more of those myths. But for now, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to us here on YouTube, to scan the QR code on the screen for all of the relevant links, and leave us a review. If you have not left us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, do us a favor, head there, leave us a review. It really does help us. Follow us on Instagram, especially because I'm going to do something a little bit different just because of the way our recording schedule is. I want to make sure that every once in a while I'm going to throw up question bubbles on Instagram in stories. So if you guys have questions or comments about the show, I'm going to be sharing those comments on the show. So make sure you're following us, candidly_with_coffee, so that you can drop some thoughts, comments, questions in there, and you can get your question featured on the show. And then, yeah, just, thank you all so much for your support. I don't think we remember to say it every episode, but we really do appreciate you. This is now our 6th season, and we appreciate all the support and the love of our show and the comments and the DMs and messages and stuff we get.
We truly do. Mm-hmm. We're very grateful.
Yeah, and grateful for all of you who join us on our lives. We go on live here on YouTube a lot.
Yes, we do.
It's fun. We have a good time. So we do that a lot of times on Sundays. So make sure you hit the bell to be notified on YouTube so that you can get notified when we're on live, because then we'll interact. And we also have a members only site here on YouTube. You can join as a member. It's $6.99 a month to be part of our inner circle. And with the inner circle, you get the weekly off topic, which is we've been doing it live. So it's a Wednesday morning live. So you can just have coffee with us on a Wednesday morning, or you can watch it not live. But we do that weekly. We also do after shows for the episode. So we'll always have a little banter after the show, and that is for members only. So we encourage you to join.
And also, if you go live with us on YouTube on Sundays, have some questions for us. We love to answer questions.
Yeah, do we?
Yeah.
Do you?
Especially with debunking some myths, I do. Sure.
And you guys, listen, now is the time to let's get serious about your 2025 journey. We are taking one-on-one clients for Team ESCO Elite. So if you think you might want to work with us and get even more personal with us, we do a weekly team call with all of the clients on Zoom every Saturday morning. And, with our one-on-one program, it's very hands-on. You have direct access to us. There's 3 of us, Mike, myself, and my daughter, Alyssa. And we'd love to help you reach your goals in 2025. Let's make this year the year that it actually happens.
Yes.
Because I hear so many people this is the year, but then it's not.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's make it the year. Let's make it the year.
Exactly. It's a pivotal year, 2025.
Thrive in 25. That's my motto this year. So we want to help you guys thrive. So if you think you might want to work with us, book a free consult call. It'll be with my daughter, Alyssa, and she'll go over the program and discuss what your goals are and put you into a package that would work best for you, whether it's our one-on-one or it could be my Bold, Balanced, and Confident program, which is more of a group style coaching. But schedule a free consult. The link will be down in the description. Also on the QR code. If you scan the QR code, you can access it there. And yeah, we'd love to work with you.
Yes, we would. And one more thing that we do that's special is we have a bunch of different ideas for you to eat as far as food menu goes that no one has. I feel like.
Oh, that's game changing.
Game changer. Your daughter puts in the best stuff in there. Oh my God.
Yeah, the game changer. The latest and greatest was, I definitely think that we're going to have to do her and I'll have to do a cookbook or something someday.
Yes.
The latest was it's French toast casserole.
Yes.
Topped with sliced strawberries.
Yep.
The macros were insane. Insane. And it's delicious. But anyways, yes, all of the clients, group coaching, one-on-one coaching, you get the app with the meal planner, which is worth the fee, just that.
Just that.
Because it's updated weekly with new recipes.
And community.
Cool. So Sarah wrote in and asked me a question on DM, and this is what triggered the topic of this episode. And she says, I've always thought my metabolism was too slow to lose weight after 40. Is that true?
Want me to answer that?
Sure.
False. Actually, my favorite word, fake news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get into that now. That'll be kind of the first myth. It's not your metabolism. Metabolism doesn't actually start slowing down until maybe 65 or older, but it's directly connected to something specific. It is the loss of muscle. So if you actively work on not losing muscle, even putting on muscle, you're going to circumvent the slowing down of your metabolism, but you're not experiencing it at 40. Don't tell yourself that and don't believe that, because that's part of the problem a lot of times is the things you tell yourself you believe and then you manifest in a bad way.
Well, they've heard that somewhere. They heard that after 40, and it's been repeated over and over and over that, oh, after 40, my metabolism just slows down and I can't lose weight. Or this is just the body that I don't have to accept because of my age.
Right. So then when you hear something so much for so long, it's like deeply embedded in you, you make it a reality without even realizing it. But that's you creating that reality. It is not like a science-based thing that's happening that can't be avoided.
That's so true. You're right.
So we're getting rid of that. That's out in 2025. We're not going to say, I think I have a slow metabolism, because you don't.
Nope, not at all. What happens is your activity slows down, around that age. You start slowing down a lot of times.
Yeah, that's it. That is what happens. So it's not your imagination that the weight's piling on, but there's factors that you can attribute to that aren't related to your metabolism necessarily. Now, if some of the things that have changed when you're in your 40s have to do with you've stopped working out, you used to weight training, you don't anymore, might your metabolism slow down because of that? Yes, because that's loss of muscle. So it's directly correlated to your muscle. It's not correlated to a magical thing that comes out, out of the sky on your 40th birthday.
No.
Taps on you and says, okay, slow metabolism, because that's just not the case. Anytime I've ever thought like, man, my metabolism's slow, okay, let me hunker down tight on my macros and actually track everything for a period of 2 weeks to see if my macros still work. Yep, they still work. It's just because I'm getting lazy. It's not my metabolism.
So we both debunked that.
Yeah, definitely.
Personally, on ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Myth number 2 is that people think that they're that they have a set point, that there's a certain weight that their body loves and their body doesn't allow them to go outside of that weight. This is so common. My clients believe this. Many of you listening believe this. And I know some of you are going to listen to this and go, no, but for me, but for me, it's true. I know what you're saying, but for me, it's true.
We've all thought that, including me.
There are 3 different times in my life that I thought I had a set point. I thought 135 for the longest time was my set point because I could not get out of 135. This was like when I was young, like high school-ish. And then I thought that 125 recently kind of felt like a set point, and 120 at times had felt like a set point. So I felt like that all the time. So basically, let me explain what usually happens with a set point. So a set point is where it feels like a weight that you go quickly back to, even if you have a little bit of success on a weight loss journey, or you can't get past, like it's some sort of a barricade, right? Like if you're on a weight loss journey, like, oh, I can never get past this weight. Typically, a set point is a weight that you were at for a really long time. And unbeknownst to you, because it's not obvious, but everything in your life, the way you do things, support that weight. And I mean everything. The way you go on a weight loss journey, the way you diet, it's like you do the same thing every time. You lose 10 pounds and then you start to loosen the reins. Like you do the same patterns. We're patterned people. I'll find patterns. I think that's why I'm successful with my clients a lot, because I'm really good at spotting patterns in their behavior, because that's what causes a set point. It's patterns in your behavior that you don't even know. It takes sometimes a third party to see it. So like you always stop tracking on the weekends when you get to a certain place, or you get to a certain place and you start sliding into old habits because that's just what you do. So those habits support that weight. Your life, the way in which you handled the holidays, celebrations, whatever, supports that weight. And that's why you keep going back to it. In order to get out of that, You have to transform your entire life, like the way you do things, the way you navigate the holidays, the way you navigate social situations, the way you navigate having balance. And I'm not talking about restriction. I'm just talking about you're going to change these routines and habits to support the way your dream weight, your dream body. Let's change your routines to support that. Let that be your set, because you're creating your set point with your actions and your patterns. It's not a predetermined. I know we sound like broken records. We've talked about this a lot on this show, but it's believed by so many people that it needs to be repeated.
And it's like their body's autopilot's programmed for that. So it's easy to go back to the old behavior. It's easy to get comfortable. Oh, I lost 10 pounds and I can indulge a little bit. And that indulgence gets carried away. And then before you know, you gained it right back. People always get yo-yo back and forth. Or they'll have a huge success. They'll have 20 pounds, 20, 30. And then they start going back slowly, back to old behavior. Start doing the things that got them in trouble in the first place. It's autopilot.
Yeah, it's like I see it with clients all the time, and I'll point it out because I see it in their patterns. I'm like, no, I see exactly why you're not continuing to lose or you're gaining a little. Has nothing to do with the set point. Your actions have changed. Why have your actions changed? Why are your patterns changing? The minute you got to this, your patterns are changing. And I'm not blaming them because it's autopilot. It's so deeply ingrained. And then they have also created like a limiting belief, because then not only are their patterns changing and then the weight is changing and it's supporting their belief in the set point, but they are telling themselves, well, I can't ever get lower than that. I've never been able to. It's like my body loves that. They're telling themselves they can't. And then their actions are supporting why they can't. But it's only things you're doing. It has nothing to do biologically. It has been debunked time and time again.
Yeah. And they believe it verbatim because they've said it so many times over and over and over. So
yeah, it's
like when you tell yourself that day after day, week after week, month after month, years after years, it's hard to break that. And it's hard to see the vision of creating the new you. You don't see it. You just see the person that's in that mirror in front of you. You don't see beyond that person. I tell people, you got to look beyond that. Who you want to become, what you want to become. It's there. So everybody can do it, but people just have those self-limiting beliefs.
So just remember, your body will adapt to the environment that you are creating, but every single thing you do is creating that environment. So when you go backwards or make a bad decision that's not supporting this new dream set point, you are stretching out that process. So just be really aware, especially as you start to approach it. And even though and you're trying not to think it's a set point, be really, really aware of your actions, because a lot of times it's like automatic. You won't even realize you're doing it. You're like, shoot, I am doing that.
Yeah.
I did stop. I did start just eyeballing the nut butter.
Yes.
And I did kind of like slack on my steps. I used to make sure I always got my steps. And now look, I see it trending. I can pull up I see it on the back end. I look at the charts. I'm like, well, I mean, your calories are trending up and your steps are trending down. That's you. That's your actions.
And a lot of times you just got to reverse it.
Yeah. Just be aware. Be aware.
Stop going to the pantry and don't be like Mike and smack on chips and not weigh them.
All right, you guys, let's take a little break for MegaFit meals and we'll be right back. When it comes to hitting your macros, MegaFit Meals makes it so easy with their delicious macro-friendly meal prep options. Mike and I are constantly on the go these days, and these meals are a lifesaver during some of our busiest weeks. Whether you're craving chicken tenders, pizza, filet mignon, or even pasta, MegaFit Meals has something for everyone. All meals are high in protein, made with quality ingredients, and designed to help you crush your health and fitness goals. And the best part, there's no subscription required, so you can order as you need. Save time without sacrificing nutrition. And if you want to try it for yourself, use our link in the description and enter code Janine for a discount. That's code JEANINE. MegaFit Meals has you covered. All right, you guys, welcome back. Let's hit another myth. Menopause. You can't lose weight because you're in menopause. Like, oh, well, I'm in menopause. I can't lose weight. It makes it so hard. And listen, I can speak to this because I am in menopause. I know that it makes it harder. But it's not like a biological thing. It's not that the drop in estrogen, because what's menopause? Menopause is you just stop producing your sex hormones, right? So you don't just magically gain fat just because your estrogen drops or progesterone drops. You have to actually consume the food to make you gain fat, right? So it's not that your metabolism doesn't slow down. But what does happen is your cortisol is high, your sleep is poor, your mood is bad.
Yep.
What do you want? Do you want to exercise and eat, track macros and do all those things when you are sleeping like crap? You're bloated because your digestion's messed up. You're
feeling
you're grumpy.
Yeah, you're feeling like ugh.
Your mood is poor. Your brain fog. This is the last thing you want to do is be all, Miss Fitness USA.
No, exactly.
So you start gaining, but it's not menopause in and of itself. Because if you went into menopause, if you were, in a box and you were fed your 3 square meals a day, they were pre-tracked for you and you had no option to eat outside of that and everything was perfectly calculated for you, the fact that you go into menopause will not change. You won't gain weight if you're eating the right macros and you're getting the right activity, if your numbers are right. So if there's no variables, you wouldn't gain weight.
So true. I've seen it firsthand with you.
Yeah.
You dropped weight during menopause.
Yeah, I did. So, and I don't say this to make you feel bad about it. I say this to make you excited about it. You don't have to be sad because you're in menopause, meaning, oh, well, I'm screwed. I'm not going to be able to lose weight. You will. You can. Most of my clients are menopausal. I see it all the time. Yeah. They have, great success.
You just got to be dialed in. You got to be on top of your track and on top of your game and try to improve those things like your sleep quality is very important during menopause. You got to get on top of that. That's one of the main things that I see you go through.
Sleep is so imperative. And if you're in perimenopause, get your hormones checked. Go to Transcend, get your hormones checked. Guess what? You do not have to wait for menopause to get on HRT. And if you're not in menopause, they won't give you estrogen. They will likely just give you like progesterone and you will sleep like a baby. 5 years, I could not sleep through the night for 5 years.
That's terrible.
I suffered for 5 years and I just thought, I'm just a bad sleeper. That's what I thought. I would go to sleep. But remember how mad I would get if I got woken up? Yeah. I would, like you guys, you have not seen, I would rage if I got woken up. Yeah. Because guess what happens? It's insomnia, 2 to 3 hours. So sometimes I'd fall asleep too early. You and Tyler in the living room getting excited over like a UFC fight would like erupt. That was it. 2 to 3 hours of insomnia for me.
Mess you up, I know.
It was so depressing. After a while, I just didn't think, I didn't even know what it would be like to sleep. So I just thought this is just life. And then when I started the progesterone, it's like a dream come true.
You're like a bear. I wish I could sleep like you sleep. I could go to sleep. I could stay asleep, but unfortunately this goddamn bladder of mine does not allow me to stay asleep. It's horrible. And it messes with my sleep quality. I know it does because it's breaking my, what do you call it when you get in that deep sleep? That REM sleep? Yeah.
Did you say realm?
REM. I meant REM.
Oh, you always say realm. I'm like, is he saying realm? REM.
So that's not, it's not good for us. It sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And poor sleep will affect weight gain. It does lead to weight gain.
Yeah.
What are some myths? Do you have any myths maybe that you've heard that people say about like weight loss? I know I've heard like the whole Latinos can't get abs.
Oh, yeah. They say just in my culture, Latinos and Mexicans, they just always blame the culture and genetics why we're overweight and heavy. They just, that's just the way we are. We're built that way. Mm-hmm. All my family's been obese, so it's just part of my genetics. Mm-hmm. That's another myth. No, because I had to talk with my client because he said his father-in-law, I think he wanted to say, was huge, huge. Like I'm talking about pushing that 400-pound needle. And I said, listen, man, if I put your father-in-law, let's just say I locked him away somewhere, put him in a prison, let's just say that. And I fed him 3 square meals a day. And he ate the exact same calories, and I had him on a caloric deficit. Guess what? In that year's time, I can almost guarantee he'll be down 10 pounds a month, probably over 100 to 120 pounds down, just off that alone, and walking a little bit, not even lifting weights. Just because I can only imagine what I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see what he's eating, but I can only imagine what he's eating. And people overeat like crazy. They so underestimate how much they eat. Oh, I don't eat that much. Oh, really? Because that's not what the scale is showing. I'm looking at you, bro. Come on.
It's perception.
Yeah.
It is perception that you don't eat that much. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my God, they're off.
And
Bad.
I mean, unfortunately, what has happened is the portions in America have misled people to believe that they need to eat a lot.
Let me hit on that. So I was reading something about, I think I read it in a comment, and they showed a study talking about why the Japanese people, they frown upon you being overweight, number one. And number two, why they're so thin. One, they do a lot of walking. Two, the difference between us and them, their portion is a lot smaller. You know, and three, they don't need as much processed foods as we do. And this person said, yeah, I can attest that. I was in Japan and I was losing weight without even trying.
Well, I mean, they eat with chopsticks too. They can't put a lot on a chopstick. I don't know.
That's probably smart though. I mean, I could eat with lightweight, with sushi, but that's not it though. It's the portions.
Speaking of sushi, I haven't had sushi.
I thought about that the other day.
I like some sushi.
And so.
I'm kind of hungry.
But that's what's killing us.
Yeah, it is.
Destroying us.
It is. And you know what? It's funny because I've been touching a lot about this just in general on my content. It's just overconsumption in every aspect. If every way you turn, we overconsume.
Yes.
We overconsume everything.
Yeah. Like I've gotten asked questions asked. How much carbs are you on? Like, I don't know. I don't track carbs. I track protein. Don't fats make you fat?
Not if you don't overeat them. Yeah.
I don't overeat them. What about eggs? Aren't eggs bad for you? Whole eggs? No. Whole eggs are good for you. We need fats. Listen, if you went on a non-fat diet and hit your calories every day and you stay on a non-fat diet for years, you could actually die. Your body needs fat.
No, you'll die. Yeah. But fats are essential and your body can't make fats.
Yep.
So you would die of malnutrition.
They said hunters back in the day would die because they would eat rabbits. They'd hunt, catch rabbits, and they're too lean.
Oh.
But they would still be eating a lot of meat, but they would
you die. Yeah, you need fats. The brain, everything needs fats. Yeah, it's crazy because why is it that, it's kind of a little off topic, but why is it that when you're just like chilling, okay, you're not on a health journey, you're just about your business, you might be overweight, whatever, but you eat what you want, you eat when you want, you just, it's not a topic in your life. So people don't associate that with you. And so they don't question you at all. You know,
Never.
they see you walking in with your donut. They're not questioning it. They see you eating Cheetos, whatever. They ain't tripping. You know, they're eating your sandwich with Cheetos, whatever. What's up, bro?
Yep.
But the minute that someone feels or gets an inkling that you're trying to lose weight or you're on a health journey, everything you eat and do comes into question.
Scrutinized.
Everything.
Janine, why are you eating that? Janine, how come you don't drink anymore? You know,
everything. What's the dye in those Cheetos?
Yeah.
What about this in the oils in that donut you're eating? Everything gets questioned.
What about the butter spray you spray on your popcorn? The chemicals.
Yeah, it's like it's just crazy. And I know this is totally off topic, but I just have to say it is annoying.
It is.
That it's only when you are trying to do something that suddenly people will have
always
questions.
And let me say this here. And all of a sudden, they somehow become nutrition experts. Like, wait a minute. When did you have a background in this? You have credentials? Have you coached anybody? What have you done? Have you changed one life ever? You can't even change you, but you are giving me advice?
Yeah.
It's hilarious how people become experts. It's almost because the internet and Google People also think they're doctors and they have the remedy.
And I mean, and to bring it back to what this topic is about, it like myth busting, this is why myths need to be busted.
Yes.
Because there's people that are self-proclaimed experts
Yes.
that spread misinformation
all the time.
When really a lot of times the myth starts with one person who is trying to make an excuse for why they haven't been able to lose weight or whatnot, right? So they're saying, oh, well, I can't because I'm big boned. Oh, I can't because I have a slow metabolism. Oh, I can't because I'm in menopause. So that's why I look like this. So it's one person that's just trying to make up, make everyone believe that's why, so that they don't have to be accountable. And now it spreads like wildfire, and then it creates this misinformation that's literally spread to generation.
Yeah, or the hormones. Blame the hormones. And women will argue about that all day long and stand on it. It's the hormones. You don't know what you're talking about. It's my hormones. I've heard that so many times. You've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you guys this. If it's your hormones, does your hormones go to the pantry and grab the bag of chips and throw it in your mouth?
Right. It's not a direct.
Does the hormones go in your car, push you in to drive the car, go to the drive-thru and order a bunch of stuff?
But people would argue that the answer is yes to that, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because it's not direct. It's not like A to B, but it's like a domino effect. It's like it's not directly doing that, but the changes in hormones are impacting. So impacts your sleep. Therefore, your cortisol is high and you're tired the next day. So the next day you move less and you have less willpower to refrain from getting in the drive-thru, driving over to McDonald's to get it. So that's ultimately what causes the weight gain. But when you back up all the way, okay, it's hormones, but it's not really directly hormones. And that's why I wish that more people would dive deeper. I hear so much surface content. Like when I hear the self-proclaimed gurus and doctors that are normally freaking chiropractors claiming all this knowledge about hormones, and it isn't the calories, ladies.
Yes.
It's your hormones, I wish, they're never like speaking to people that will question it. Like, explain that to me. They're only ever talking to yes men who'll be like, oh, yay, thank you.
That's why they stand strong on that. Because people come out with their pom-poms like, she's right. Oh my God, yes, Janine, you're right. It's the hormones. She understands us.
Yes.
She's so right. Instead of you really telling the truth that they don't want to hear.
Right.
Oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's blah, 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 blah. They start talking out of the side of their neck like they're experts all of a sudden. Like they're versed in the space.
And you got to understand, here's the thing. Whatever thing someone is selling you, chances are it will work. So you will then be raising the pom-poms for whomever you purchased that from, because it will work. But a lot of times it is just a calorie deficit in a fancy package. Fancy fasting for women to balance their hormones protocol, XXY diet, plan, reset your metabolism plan. All roads lead, if you got results, to a calorie deficit in a pretty package with a big fat price tag on it.
That's it right there.
I'm sorry.
Don't fall for the dupe.
I'm sorry.
That's
you
true.
know what I mean? I could do the same thing. I could come out with Janine's fast metabolism, rapid, weight loss, fat zapping diet.
And let me tell you something, that would sell like crazy if you did that.
Right. And all I would do is just, wrap up do some stupid things. Okay. On Mondays, make sure your carbs are this, and then get on your head and spin around twice, and then drink 8 ounces of water and then suck a lemon after that. And then, and then you're going to lose weight this week. And then follow, your macros. And then Friday, you're like, oh my God, I lost weight. It was the head spinning. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. The stuff we hear, you guys, it's hilarious.
I know.
There's
crazy.
So much. You have to do your research because there's so much phony baloney snake salesmen out there in our space. Tons of them. And a lot of them don't have backgrounds or credentials in this. They're wannabes. They learn something. They went on ChatGPT and asked it a bunch of questions. All of a sudden, they're experts.
All right, you guys, let's take a little break for Transcend and One Up Nutrition, and we'll close it out. You guys know that Mike and I embarked on our HRT and peptide journey last year, and we are absolutely loving it. It's been a game changer for both of us. And if you've ever wondered why you should consider HRT or peptide therapy, let me break it down for you. Everyone's needs are unique. That's why Transcend is all about creating a personalized plan just for you. They'll start by evaluating your blood work, taking into account how you feel and what your goals are, and then help you find a solution tailored to optimize your health and wellness. What makes it so effective? It's targeted treatment, finally address specific deficiencies and imbalances that might have been holding you back for years. Boost your body's natural functions. These therapies can kickstart and support your body's processes, giving you that extra edge. Enhance your well-being. Imagine boosting your mood, increasing your energy, and just feeling better overall in your day-to-day life. And lastly, longevity. It's not just about feeling good now, it's about supporting healthy aging and preventing chronic conditions down the road. Transcend will guide you every step of the way. So if you're ready to take your health and energy to the next level, start your own HRT or peptide journey with Transcend today. Remember to use our link www.transcendcompany.com/ESCO Elite, 15% off for new patients. When it comes to the best supplements to support your muscle building and fat loss goals, One Up Nutrition has you covered. Their gut health supplements have been a complete game changer for me. And I have to say, their protein powders are my absolute favorites. Mike and I literally order the peanut butter cookie and lemon Italian iced protein powders by the case. They are that good. With so many delicious flavors to choose from, One Up Nutrition makes hitting your protein goals easy and enjoyable. So whether you're looking for supplements, protein powders, or anything in between, shop One Up Nutrition for all your needs. And don't forget to use Janine to save at checkout. That's code JEANINE. All right, we are back. So let's just recap the things that you guys are going to take away from this episode. Okay, none of you who got to the end of this episode are going to think that you're big boned and then that's stopping you. You are not going to believe that you have a predetermined set point weight. You are not going to think that menopause is going to prevent you from looking and feeling your best and getting that hormonal weight gain off. And you are not going to think that your metabolism is broken.
There you go.
How about that? You are going to throw those beliefs in the garbage, no longer believe them. And now you are going to pass on good information to your friends and family and kids so that we can stop the bleed.
Yes. We got to stop the bleed.
We got to stop the bleed for sure.
Fake news.
All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in, and tune into the next episode, because on the next episode, we're going to talk about how to break free from the all or nothing mindset, because I know a lot of you guys suffer from that too. So we'll see you on the next one.